So I'm about to go pick up purchases from auction. I've got a 3.5 hour drive to go pick the stuff up. It's actually a ways north. Some of the roads, according to the web, according to Manitoba Highways and Transportation, are snow covered and some icy. So I'm not looking forward to driving on them. Hopefully they're cleared up before I get there, but we'll see, I guess. So, yeah, and yeah, the white crap has fallen. We've got snow. Yes, lots of the white stuff. This is the mess I've got at the back of the property here. The wind kind of skewed stuff all over the place. But anyway, it's kind of where I do my scrap and store stuff, so it's kind of messy, sorry. But anyway, you can see the white crap on the windshield and on the ground. Snow. Oh boy. It's winter. So I'm on my way. I've got about 100 kilometers to go. But the weather just sucks right now. It's -2 and it's -2 Celsius. And it's snowing and freezing on the highway, so it's slow going. So it may be more than an hour before I get there. Oh boy. I hate weather like this. Anyway, wish me luck. Before I take off from where I stopped to film a quick video and clean my wiper blades and such, there's this old store all boarded up. It'd be cool to be able to pick this place, but weather's not exactly great, so and there's nobody around, so nobody to get permission to look. So anyway, but would have been cool. So I pulled in to a hotel. It's 5 o'clock or a little after 5 now. It's already starting to get dark, being daylight savings time in Manitoba. So yeah, it's already dark, or getting dark, so the roads were still a little too sketchy to drive in the evening. So I figured, well, why not? We'll pull in and basically de-stress. It was pretty sketchy on the way back. Well, not so much on the way back compared to on the way there. Ended up one area there was a whiteout. It was snowing hard enough that you couldn't see very far in front of you, maybe 100 feet tops, kind of thing. So I had to slow down quite a bit. I was traveling at about 70 and 80 kilometers an hour in some sections, and almost lost control in one area where it was icy, and yeah, just caught the edge of the pavement and pulled, and then started swerving. So luckily there wasn't any oncoming traffic. So yeah, that was was a little tense. So yeah, I've got to kind of de-stress now. So yeah, the hotel now is going to cost another 125 on top of cost of goods, and gas is probably another couple $100. So yeah, about 325 extra on top just to pick up the stuff. So hopefully the stuff will be adding up and will be worthwhile. So yeah, long haul I'll make money, but it was a stressful trip. And pickup is only today and tomorrow, so I didn't really have much choice. Otherwise, you have to make other arrangements, or they resell the stuff and keep your money. So anyway, so yeah, so that's basically where it sits. And I've also, there was a lot of really cool buildings and such on the way. I tried to take a couple snaps here and there, but basically it was too dangerous to pull over. Basically, there wasn't anywhere to pull over. It was just a little too much snow. And yeah, so I couldn't get all the photos I wanted to. But, oh well, safety first. Someday I'll probably come up to this area and do some picking, so be on the lookout in the summer for photos of some of the cool buildings and such. There's a lot of Ukrainian homesteads and very unique buildings out here. Anyway, so yeah, stay tuned. There'll be probably some photos of some of the trip coming up, and also I'll reveal or unload all of the purchases I made and show you them. So stay tuned. So I'm getting on the road again. Yeah, so it's -9 Wednesday morning, and the roads are still a little sketchy part of the way, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I get back all right. I'm probably gonna make a stop in Brandon to do the thrifts maybe, so we'll see. Depends when I get there, I guess. So yeah, hopefully everything will be okay. So I'm in a small town, and they've got a recycling center for used goods. Progressive. All free stuff, by the looks of it. Just not manned or anything, just set up, and got tons of stuff in the corner. Just secondhand bric-a-brac. So yeah, I'm going to take one quick last look, but didn't find much. Did get a Fire King lug though, not in the best of shape, but free, so what the heck. So yeah, I'll take one last look and be on my way. I'm actually going to check out a local hardware store and see if it's pickable. I'd like to pick this building too. There's an attic, probably a basement, but nobody to talk to. So we'll maybe, oh, there's a lamp I'm going to want. Anyway, so yeah, we'll go on after that. So I did a quick pick on the place, on the hardware store I was going to check out, and bought 3 signs and a gumball machine setup. So I'll show you that stuff at the end of the video. So yeah, did all right. Paid up, of course. Paid decently, and got them. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be having to do some work to the machine and a lot of cleaning to the signs, but still, signs are good. They tend to be pretty hot right now, so yeah. There's the Rotting Mountains in the distance. You can see the mountains there, so that's why we're taking a different route. So I'm back home and well rested. It's the next day after traveling home, and the van is, well, not full, but it's got stuff in it. So what I'm going to do is just throw open the doors and show you the contents kind of thing, and as I unpack it, I'll shoot some video of the stuff that I got, including the stuff I picked up on a pick. All right, here we go. So here we go. Look at my filthy van. Anyway, so yeah, I got some gum machines. right there, and a bunch of other stuff that from the auction. Just the stuff in the front there's from the auction, with the exception of a couple signs. So I'll pull those out, pull all this stuff out, and we'll go from there. So yeah, got a bit of unloading to do. So here's the gum machine all in the store. Managed to struggle to get it in, and it's just not terribly heavy, just awkward to get the thing in here. So yeah, I'm a little winded, just struggling to move the darn thing. But anyway, these two top ones I think are by Challenger, maybe, I think is the brand, I'm not sure. But the bottom ones are beaver, they're marked as such. So yeah, I got 3 beavers. Yeah, they're a little bit rusty. They've been in a little bit pitted and corroded. I think some of that'll polish off, though. I'm going to have to get a new set of new doors, I think. Perhaps. We'll see. Not sure whether I'm going to restore it, or restore each one and then sell each one, or whether I'm just going to sell the whole thing as is. I'd like to open it up though and get keys, because there's cash in the bottoms of them still. I can hear it rattling around, and I'd like to know kind of how much is there, and it hasn't been used since the 70s or early 80s. So might be some silver in there from maybe the 50s or something like that, some 50s coins, we'll see. And yeah, I can, apparently you can order keys for these. I'll have to figure out, doesn't look like there's numbers on the keys, so I might have to drill those out and order new ones. I think they're about $35 for a key and lock though. So I guess we'll see. I was doing a little bit of research last night on them. But anyway, that's the gum machine. So yeah, that if somebody wants to give me $300 the way it sits, then I'll let her go. Otherwise, I'm going to part it out and do each machine separately and clean them up and restore them. Or not quite restore them, but refurbish them to the point of working and such, so you can use them on your counter, and then just get rid of the stand. The stand's really not worth a lot, as far as I know. It does need to be re-chromed and everything, so I don't think it's going to be too great. So anyway, cool machines. Gun machines are always really, really neat. So, but going to require a lot of cleaning and refurbishment and such, and I paid accordingly. I didn't get it for nothing. I gave them good money for it anyway, but still, I got to put a fair chunk of work and some time and money into them. Anyway, let's go on to the next stuff. So also got these signs. Got 1, 2, and 3. So 2 Coke signs and a Red Rock Cola. And these generally were found on the bottom of the doors and get termed as kick plates to protect the bottom of the door. And obviously it places the advertising right there, kind of in front of your face, or in front of your feet rather, but visible on the doors. So you can see they're still dirty, being fresh picked from an old store. And they're not off some collector's wall, they're fresh to market. So yeah, really picked. There's just so many guys say that they picked something and they've actually bought it off of another collector. This is what I call fresh picked. It's actually from the source, never been to market before. Anyway, so yeah, that's the 3 signs, and I got the gum machine and the 3 signs from the same place. And like I said, I paid up for these as well. Didn't get them for nothing, but do have to do a lot of cleaning. A lot of time's going to be spent, probably a good hour a piece on each sign. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see how they turn out and what I get for them. Maybe I'll do another video on that or so. I will do another video on opening the gum machines and cleaning them up, etc., if I don't sell them beforehand. So one of the things I bought was a lot of paintings. And there was 4 paintings by a artist out of that community, Pine River. And he did paintings in various churches across Manitoba and Saskatchewan. I believe Ukrainian churches. So yeah, a bit of a folk artist. So I've got 4 of his pieces, and I'll show them to you as I unpack them here. I just took the plastic off that the auctioneers had, or the auctioneer had wrapped them in, and I'll show you each one as it goes along. The first one is a religious scene, or religious icon, I guess. I assume Mary. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm really not up on my religion or Christianity, Christian images and such. But anyway, so we've got this first one. So yeah, face is kind of odd, a little different, but yeah, still very kind of folky. So yeah, we'll go through the rest. So here's another scene that is supposedly by him. I'll put the fellow's name at the bottom of the video here as well, so you can look him up if you like. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Levine Flexhog, what they have nicknamed Flexies. He was a painter that worked in Saskatchewan and used house paints and such, and basically his scenes were always the same, except with different animals and slightly different looks on all of them, but if you get looking at them, they're all the same. But this fellow did different stuff by the looks of it. But anyway, so here's one of them, and I'll pull out the next one. And there was this mountain scene here. So well, here's the fellow's signature, and dated 1943. So we got a firm date on that one. And I'll show you the next one. This one's dated 1942, and you can see kind of the proportions are a little off, but this adds to the folkiness of it. Did have some talent, obviously, but here's his deer. Got a buck and a doe together there. But like I said, proportion-wise, it's kind of a little off. Still cool though, really neat painting. Like I said, he did quite a bit of work in churches and such, so a lot of his stuff was of a religious nature. But these are some of his landscapes here. So yeah, some important Saskatchewan history. So now we've got a bubble bowl in, what is it called? Peach Luster, I think it's called. Peach Luster bubble. The stand for it, these are made in India. They're not actually that old, quite modern actually, imported from India. They're bowl stands, but so they're nothing spectacular. But this piece is hand riddled from one solid piece of wood. So it's a chain that's had been a solid piece, and it's been made into a chain, obviously. Yeah, so kind of a bit of folk art there. That's got a little bit of age, 40s or 50s or something like that probably. And this handmade plane, probably very Ukrainian in color. They tended to really like those oranges and reds and such. Yeah, oranges and greens and the like, nice bright colors. But it's all handmade, as you can see. And yeah, kind of a neat handle and everything on it. Very cool, very neat. Yeah, very different, kind of a neat piece. And yeah, we'll go on to this box here. What's in the box? So I'm a little concerned actually. This I know it's in the box now. It's a light fixture with three thin glass shades on it. And I know when the fellow was helping me load, he kind of threw it in the van because it was light. So I'm a little concerned whether the shades are still intact. So I guess we'll see. Mid-century modern set. Here it is here. Oh, and they laid the shade on the side, which isn't good. But looks like they're intact. Hopefully, yeah. How are we gonna do this here? How am I gonna do this? Okay, I need two hands, guys. Hang on. So here they are. They are filthy too. Oh my goodness, they're grungy. They've been hanging up in a kitchen or something. They said new on the listing, so I thought maybe new old stock, but they're definitely not new. They're not modern. They're mid-century modern, probably 60s, maybe even 50s. Probably 60s, but they're grungy. Oh boy, they got grime all over them. On the wood here, and the shades are pretty filthy as well, so gonna be a lot of work cleaning those suckers up. And not a fast seller for me, but they were cheap, so why not? And got this stuff here in one lot. It's just a couple candle holders, which will just go to scrap because they're buggered up. And little tool, little plane of some kind. Little drill, not a big deal again, but it was after this license plate frame. So yeah, that'll be a quick sale, I would think. I've got a few guys that are collecting these, so that was the only one that was available in this auction, so just the one. Then got this IH plaque. Looks like wood, but it's actually hollow, so it's a plastic. But International Harvester, good collectible piece. They were fairly reasonable too. And a IH dealer's certificate, dated from, let's see, oh, no date on it. Probably 40s or 50s, something like that, I would think. So yeah, but International Harvester again, and an Imperial Oil certificate of appreciation. Most stations got these, but they don't necessarily pop up all the time. But from 1939, or that's when the fellow started his business anyway. Don't know when the certificate dates from. Oh, it dates from 45 by the looks of it. Yeah, so anyway, got that stuff. On to the next. Okay, I've looked at these just briefly. I'm a little disappointed with these. This is the original poster from this particular garage, Pine River Garage, and it's right here. It was a Chevy poster. Would have been really cool, but there was some complete looking ones on the listing, and here they are here. They're actually just photocopies, color photocopies of the original poster, so that's kind of disappointing. Thought there were some originals, apparently not, but they were kind of cool. But yeah, just reprints, just color photocopies. So I'm a little disappointed in that. Not sure what I paid for them. I'll have to check, but I was bidding fairly aggressively on them. But I'll check to see what I paid and decide whether I'm upset or not. Okay, well, it's not a major loss. I paid $11 for them, so I didn't lose. And I also got these Texaco curling posters as well, but they're nothing terribly special, unfortunately. But so $11, kind of down the drain. I might get, maybe I'll get $5 a piece or something for the some reprints because they are kind of neat, but it's too bad. Oh well, that's life. If you can't preview, you don't know. Anyway, had to go buy the photos. Okay, next box. All right, here we go. Let's see, these are 3-chain shades. That's the style of fixture they take. Slot the chains in these little holes here, these keyhole shaped holes. So that's what they go in. This is the 3-chain style with the chains. So yeah, there's one. That's a fairly common style, it seems. Still nice though. And they were reasonable enough. I was basically buying the fixtures. I've got lots of 3-chain shades as it is. So I really don't need more, but there's a match pair, I guess. We've got a match pair now. Oh, I got a blanket out of the deal. A little wool blanket. Oh. Anyway, that's kind of neat. Yeah, so I got 3 of them. 3-chain shades. The third one there. And I got a second fixture. So I got 3 shades and 1 fixture, 2 fixtures. Let's see. Got the same style fixture, yeah. So same style fixture. So I got two of them anyway, and they're worth 25-30 a piece. So it did all right. And the shades are probably 25. The chains are probably $3-4 bucks a chain. So add that up. There's, let's see, there's 5 chains. So yeah. Anyway, it's all right. Can't do math right now. Anyway, so that's that. And I got a couple more things in the van. I'll show you. So still in the van, I've got this battery auto light service. So that was at the auction as well. That's a neat advertising piece. And then I also got this large shade and fixture. So bolts onto a post for yard lighting or station lighting. Kind of got a neat crimped shade there in decent condition. And I've got a bunch of screens. All these screens that be cool just hanging on the wall. All different types, different meshes. So they, I guess for grading seed or something, I guess, something like that. But they all stack together, which is kind of cool. But they're cool for just hanging on the wall. Maybe a bunch like that. Maybe not dirty, but cleaned up. They look pretty cool. Still got three different ones there. All different types of screen. So yeah, so those are cool. And then 2 really rough wash tubs. They're good for plants or that sort of thing. So yeah, so I got them. And next I'll show you the stuff I picked up at various thrift shops and secondhand shops and such on the way. So hang in there. So here we go on the stuff I picked up at the thrifts. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot. I did score on one piece. Can you see which piece it is? I paid $15 and less for each item. Some much less, some are about 25 cents, 50 cents. So anyway, I'll go through them. You got the area history, which would be good for about $50. It was $15. This little lamp came free out of a recycling store. Not going to work too great because she's not tight enough here, and I don't think I can tighten it up. Looks like it's riveted, so that's probably moot or no good. Some Bakelite handled knives right there. These ones are green and yellow, so they'll sell in a set. I got this shade. and I picked it up. It was marked $1, and they were having a 25-cent sale. So yeah, it was a quarter. Couldn't leave it behind. It was a private secondhand shop. Got a Fire King mug, or Anchor Hawking mug rather. So basically the same shape as the Fire King ones, the same company anyway. Just not marked Fire King, it's marked Anchor Hawking. But still considered a Fire King mug. And yeah, with a kind of a local advertising on it. So that was $1. So I bought it. And Blue Bubble for 49 cents at a thrift in Brandon. And Ruby Red Bubble. Seems to be a bubble trip, I guess. Considering I got that bowl as well, but it was 50 cents. And Fire King mug came free from that recycling store. Little bit of wear, but for free. I just couldn't leave it there. Was lonely. And then last but definitely not least, the score. $10. Okay, and that is sterling, Edinburgh, dated 1883. That's the date letter there. It's a B, and that's the touch mark for sterling. Sorry, that is right there, the thistle. And that indicates Edinburgh, I believe. No, the thistle indicates Edinburgh. The towers indicate the assay office, I think. Not sure. Anyway, either way, it's sterling silver. Weighs 202 or 203 grams. So that's at today's prices, which is about 50 cents a gram. That's about $100 worth of sterling silver. But as a creamer, it's probably worth $200 to $300. So we did pretty good for $10. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, if you're into sterling, there you go. There's a good piece for you. It does need a polish, of course. And yes, it is sterling. Sterling does tarnish. And it's not wear, that's just tarnish. So yeah, it is sterling silver. And like I said, good heft to it, some good weight there. So anyway, that's about it, folks. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and check out our other videos on antiquing, picking, thrifting, scrapping, etc. Take care, folks.